So I feel like a character I am yet to talk about on this channel heavily has been Captain America. Again, we get a ton of movie news that has to do with the Batman, MCU, Spider-Man 4, James Gunn's new DC universe that's happening, but not necessarily as much to do with, I think, the MCU as of late, and definitely Captain America. Now, I'll be one of the first people to say Captain America has never been one of my favorite characters. In fact, if we're going to be talking about like the main MCU, Marvel, like Avengers characters, Captain America, he wouldn't be like on the bottom of the list, but he'd probably be slightly just in the middle. I've never been too big of a fan of Captain America, but one thing that I saw that came out very recently that I thoroughly, really liked did actually happen to be the new Captain America Brave New World trailer, which honestly really shocked me because in my head for the longest time, I've just been thinking this movie is an absolute write-off. If it releases, it will be an absolute dump fire, and I just could not be interested. And I obviously had a good reason to say that. Again, it was said that this movie was completed like over a year to a year and a half ago, but they didn't release it because when they actually did test scores and reviews on it, the audiences who watched it hated it so much that Marvel basically said, we cannot have another bad MCU project on top of all the MCU projects that are bad right now. It would pretty much ruin the whole entire franchise. So what did they do? They delayed the movie, apparently like reshot and filmed over 50% of the movie, changed the title, and basically gave us a whole entire new film to hopefully go and enjoy. And I gotta say, the trailer, I thought, looks absolutely mad. Like, it looks very respectable. And this is very important that this movie does well, because with Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, looking like it's already going to be a surefire smash, you cannot afford to risk, if you are Marvel, having a bad movie after Deadpool and Wolverine that would completely, obviously, kill off all the hype that movie's hopefully going to bring to the MCU and revive it and get audiences interested and back into Marvel. So of course, there's definitely a lot of things I really liked about the trailer. Again, I really think this movie is proving that not every Marvel movie is going to need to be this crazy MCU event like, No Way Home was with the 3 Spider-Man, where Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness they tried to include all of these different MCU characters and all this type of stuff, comic book characters that semi-backfired because some people didn't like it. Deadpool and Wolverine, again, is a big MCU movie that I think is going to explode, but not everyone needs to be this massive MCU event to be successful. But in saying that, it can't be a boring film that no one is going to care about or watch, like the Agatha TV show, the Marvels, fucking Eternals, like shit like that no one cares about. I mean, if I go and ask my mum what a fucking Agatha, the Covenant of Chaos, or whatever the fuck they're calling that show is, she'd probably look at me like I've got a absolute mental problem and I'd probably be seeing a specialist the next day, right? But if I asked her, is she excited to see the new Captain America movie, the new Deadpool movie, she'd be like, well, yeah, right? I think this Captain America movie is going to fit and hit that happy medium where it doesn't need to be a massive MCU product where everything is happening, but it's not a boring piece of film and media where no one cares about it. It's going to be that happy medium, I think, where it's going to be a really cool action movie that you and the family can obviously go and watch. Now, again, there's other things I like about this movie. The actors that they have chosen, Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, is a terrific pick. I absolutely love Harrison Ford. I'd let him sit on my face if he probably wanted to, right? And I think he's a really menacing character who would do really well as Thunderbolt Ross, and I genuinely believe looks good in that. You've also got the black dude from The Mandalorian. I can't remember his name. It's like fucking Gianna Syracusa or some shit. I mean, that dude is awesome in absolutely everything he's in. He will be playing a villain in this movie, which is new footage that they shot after the bad reviews. Again, I honestly think the story of it looks kind of cool as well. It kind of reminds me, for some reason, of the movie White House Down. I think it was called, like, kind of a political drama that is going to have a lot on in terms of where it's not going to be aliens and all these space monsters coming down to Earth to fight and all of this type of stuff, right? It's going to be a more grounded take, which is going to battle the political side of what it looks like in the MCU. Again, those early MCU movies, which battled like politics and government and like army type stuff, of the Iron Man movie, where they of course fought against terrorists, and then you had the original Captain America movie. The Incredible Hulk had like army and stuff like that all in it. Again, we haven't really seen, I think, movies like that in quite a while. Again, if you go back to the last like 5 to 10 years, there's been a lot of space stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Endgame, a lot of multiversal stuff like again, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, all of the above, right? I think it's going to be really cool to go back to some real grounded type of Marvel stuff where we're either getting the government involved, the MCU's politics, MCU terrorism, all of these type of things that have been very much in the comics. We're getting that now in this Captain America New Brave World movie, which looks really cool. Again, it's obviously said that Thunderbolt Ross in the trailer is running for something. I can't remember if it's going to be president or whatever it's going to be, but he basically says that he wants to use Captain America again as like a beacon for the government, for America, all these type of stuff. Sam Wilson's basically saying, well, I disagree potentially with you on that. What if I don't agree with you? And then Thunderbolt Ross is like, just work with me, Captain. It will be much more smooth. Again, a lot of really cool things. I think there's going to be a really fun, grounded government type of Marvel movie, which is just going to be a fun action movie to go and watch with your family. Very reminiscent of the early days of the MCU, before everything got so overblown to the point where a normal person who was just trying to watch Marvel basically can't sit down and watch it without 888 different things needing to be happening. Again, you don't need to watch the Captain America Falcon show, whatever the fuck they call that, right? We know at the end of Endgame, Cap was handing Falcon the reins to be the new Captain America, so it's not fully out of it. Again, Thunderbolt Ross is a well-established MCU character, different actor, but I think if any fans remember the name Ross, it should come to their mind. And I mean Red Hulk. Red Hulk is going to be in the trailer. Going to be in the movie, sorry. I have been so public on this fucking channel about how they need to do more Hulk in the MCU, because we just have not had enough. Again, I've been talking about how I think with how Secret Wars is supposed to be this semi-soft reboot that's going to introduce all these other characters from different universes, like we're going to see the Fantastic Four in their own separate universe come into this movie. I still think it'd be awesome to see like a Hulk from maybe the Fantastic Four universe with a new actor, all these type of things come back in it, and then we could get some Hulk movies. Again, I'm hoping this Captain America Brave New World trailer is setting up to that. That would obviously be really awesome. Again, I would probably squirt all garlic aioli sauce on my screen out of my penis if it said at the end or some shit, a new Hulk movie would be coming. Oh my god. That would make a fat chubby kid who makes YouTube videos very, very happy. But there's a ton going on with this movie. I didn't know I was going to be excited for it. I really didn't expect much going into the trailer, and was I actually blown away, because this genuinely does look like a really fun MCU, movie that I think you're going to be able to go and watch with your family and your friends on a night out, all this type of stuff. No bullshit like Eternals, which is going to bore me to sleep, right? So again, I'd very much like to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions on a Captain America Brave New World movie. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys going to see it, or are you guys not? I'd very much like to know. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.